Flag 2, claiming. If your significant other never claims you in any type of public setting, or not even just a public setting, but she hasn't or he hasn't even told anyone about you, it's a pretty strong indicator that they don't harbor the same feelings that you have for them, especially if you've already started telling people and you've told whoever, you put it on social media and stuff. That doesn't mean that they don't care about you though. That's not what I'm saying at all. It just means that y'all are on two different levels of caring. The issue comes in is when they tell you essentially y'all are on the same level. If I told you I love you and I want to be with you forever and we discussing marrying each other and shit like that, and then we get to something as simple as letting people know we together, and you don't want to do that, there's really no way to explain yourself out of that. You know what I'm saying? There's no real world way to explain that away in a way that makes sense. It isn't one. You know what I'm saying? To use an example would be the most common one, social media. So if I told my girl, yeah, I wanna like let's do cute things, like let's put ourselves like in a relationship on there. And she like, and this is actually one that I've heard before. It's for professional use. Like I just don't do things like that. Mind you, the whole point of talking to your spouse and individual, a significant other, is to, because you love that person, you care about them, you want to do what? You want to get to know them. But as a direct result of that, the collateral is I now have receipts on your goofy ass. So I know you've done it before. You know what I'm saying? You've done it before, but you won't do it now. That means what? It's a very simple explanation. I'm not at the level of wanting to let other people know about you. And there's several reasons for that. Maybe you've embarrassed them before. If you got back with someone, maybe they're embarrassed for another reason. Maybe they're ashamed of you. You know what I'm saying? But the reality of the situation, if they're not going to give you the actual reason why that is, and they tend not to because that would hurt the relationship, they would rather give you an excuse. So the one that, like I just said, is for professional use only. Okay, well, I know you've done that in the past, but okay, maybe you just now started doing some professional shit to where it wouldn't make sense to do it now. And nobody in their right mind is going to sacrifice their livelihood off the strength of a whim. Like, oh, I want to be on your social media, but this is my livelihood. Like, I'm not going to jeopardize that just because you want me to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do that. So, and nobody in their right mind and nobody who really cares about the other person would even request no ludicrous shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But the issue comes in where it's not strictly professional. You got a picture of you with your bathing suit on there. What the fuck that got to do with selling car insurance? Not a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Well, you got, you and your cousin eating lunch on there. You just got random pictures, selfie pictures of you. That's not strictly professional at that point. It's not unprofessional necessarily. And it might even assist, like the bathing suit picture. If you see a beautiful woman in a bathing suit versus this old guy, you know what I'm saying, and you're a heterosexual young man, who are you more likely to buy the same product from? The beautiful young woman who's showing her body. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's still not strictly professional. You understand what I'm saying? So what you could do is say something along the lines of, you have to be solution oriented. Something that would satisfy whatever excuse they just gave you and what would also satisfy you. So if you wanted to put a picture on social media and they said, oh, well, my page is professional, which is a completely valid reason, at that point, that shit is off limits. So what you would then say would be something to the tune of, okay, well, I still want to, be able to show that we're together and stuff. So how about we create a new page? You see what I just did there? So now you have absolutely no reason why you wouldn't want to do that. Why not do it? It's a whole nother page that has nothing to do with your shit as far as your profession is concerned. Or you could say something along the lines of, okay, well, I'll just post it on my page. But they have an issue with that. But the reality of the situation is they can't tell you what to post on your page and what not to post on your page. They can't do it. So claimant is flag number 2, and it's one of the more obvious signs. And the reality of the situation is there could be several reasons why they don't want to. One of the more common ones is they're probably talking to someone else and they don't want. And once I post me hugged up with some female, guess what? If I was talking to another female and she was my friend on Facebook, she gonna see that shit. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna know that I'm talking to someone else. And that's counterproductive if I'm also talking to her and telling her we together. And I ain't with nobody else and shit. You see what I'm saying? So claimant is flag number 2, and probably the most obvious flag you're gonna get